Welcome back once again to the News Media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to believe this. While Kenyans are still warning President William Ruto not to allow Ebola to operate in the Republic of Kenya in Laikipia because of its danger, later on after William Ruto's campaign in Wajir, Ruto was forced to order some UDA MPs to start telling Kenyans on how former fourth president of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, is the person who signed Ebola US deal some years back, but not President William Samoei Ruto.
Alafu najua nilikuwa naona ule mtu Moses. Nilikuwa naona ule mtu anajiita Sifuna. Ati anasema ati maneno ya Ebola sijui itafanya nini. Mtu mwenye alisign mambo ya Ebola kuja Kenya ni Uhuru Kenyatta. Haita ulisema na huyu mtu yake principal wake. Kwa sababu Uhuru Kenyatta ndiye anasponsor huyo Sifuna. Hiyo timu yao inaitwa sijui ati Sifuna kitu gani.
I was shocked. And if it is true that Uhuru Kenyatta is the person who signed this agreement some years back, you are the president, William Ruto. Why don't you reject it?
William Ruto and his administration can listen to America saying that they do not want any infected person because their policy is to protect Americans first. How dare them entertain the idea that they can bring Ebola-affected people to Kenya to protect America but endanger the Kenyan population, when he swore by the Bible that he will obey the Constitution, which commands him to take the best interests of Kenyans into consideration before any decision.
You are the president. Why don't you save the lives of Kenyans? Because this is a dangerous disease. But what I know is that this issue is all about painting bad picture under Uhuru Kenyatta. William Samoei Ruto wants Kenyans to start hating Uhuru Kenyatta because Uhuru Kenyatta have been supporting the united opposition leaders led by Rigathi Gachagua.
Today here the military is protecting an American white people quarantine facility in a country that we don't even have any Ebola. We do not have any history of Ebola here. Why are they not doing it in the DRC? Why are they not doing it in Uganda? Why must they bring it here? We want that facility taken out of our town. We want it taken out of Kenya.
That is the deal. Because if it is true that Uhuru Kenyatta is the person who signed this agreement, Ruto is the president, why don't Ruto reject it?
Angalia sisi muone sisi ni dump site ya magonjwa, na pia tunataka kuambia rais wa Marekani Trump wakiwa na rais wa hapa nchini Kenya bwana Ruto, kama kuna deal ambayo walicrack, sisi wananchi wa hapa Laikipia East na Nyuki Town tumesema reject the Ebola quarantine, na sisi hatuko part of that, na tutaendelea kuandamana hadi ile siku tutaambiwa kwamba hicho kituo kimefungwa. Asante.
Mobilizer na ile kitu tunaweza sema ni kuwa hauwezi zuia panya aingie hiyo quarantine, hauwezi zuia ndege ama mende, na hao wote watarudi pande hii. Ile kitu tumesema na kama Mbogi tumeamua hivi. Hatutaki hiyo quarantine ijengwe hapa Jokuku na public participation. Ya pili, Ebola ikikuja hapa, hao watu PPEs, personal protective equipment wanaweza choma, lakini wale watu wataenda hiyo sewage itamwagwa wapi? Wakati kwa mchanga itaingia iende kwa maboreholes na maji ya chini. Ikiachiliwa tena irudi nini, bado ni kumaanisha itakuwa inaathiri watu wetu wenye wako pandile ya Ebasonyiro River Basin. Tunasema aje, kama Air Force wanajenga huko, sisi tumeagree kama maboy, tumesema landlords wote na Nyuki, kama umekombolesha mwanajeshi wa Air Force arudi kambi. Tumesema kitu ya kwanza sisi tutatetea jeshi wetu, tutatetea polisi wetu kwa sababu hatuna uhasama nao, lakini hakuna vile Americans very selfish to the core. How can they say that the facility is going to be purely American? Kwa hivyo hata kama ni president akonjeke hawezi enda huko, hata MPs hawezi enda huko. Na tunasema aje, nchi ya Kenya imepanua miguu sana, hakuna mtu waingii. Na ilianzia na Nigerians wamejaa hapa, ikaleta wa Rwanda saa hizi ndio wanauza mangumu hapa na manjugu. Sasa wametuletea mpaka Ebola. Tumesema aje, sisi ni Shiang Dra.
Tunasema mambo ya Ebola. Number 1, Congo iko hapa karibu. Na pia Americans wako na base yao pale Djibouti, wako na base yao pale Indian Ocean inaitwa Diego Garcia. Kama wanataka, let them carry their patient wapeleke pale. But hapa na Nyuki, mambo ya kushida ukisema ati tuletewe Ebola hapa, na hiyo kitu iko
Why are they saying that Uhuru is the person who signed this Ebola deal? Mbona was reject even if it is true that Uhuru is the person who signed it? Why don't Ruto value the lives of Kenyans? Mbona was reject? And before we proceed, I wanted to listen to William Samoei explaining the reason why he accepts Ebola quarantine center to be built in the Republic of Kenya. And before you watch the video, please ensure that you like our videos. When you like the video, you automatically shows us your support on what we are doing on this platform. And if you are meeting this channel for the first time, please kindly take a second of your time and subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, comment, share. Then don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Thank you so much for that support of the like and also subscription. Thank you so much, and let us watch the video together, my great view.
When President Trump asked the government of Kenya to support them by having a center in Laikipia Air Base, I gave the okay because it was an agreement and a partnership with friends who have worked with Kenya for 30, 40 years. The American government has supported us. They have deployed huge resources in Kenya to work with us on HIV/AIDS, to work with us on other diseases. They worked with us on Ebola. In fact, KEMRI was one of the institutions that worked on research on the vaccines for COVID, because we have a solid partnership with America and other partners. So the facility that is at Laikipia Air Base is not a facility different from all the other facilities that we have across Kenya. We have 23 other facilities set up in Kenyatta Hospital, in the police hospital in Nairobi, in Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret, in Kenyatta Hospital in Thika, in Alupe Hospital in Busia, and in many other areas. And these facilities are meant to make sure that there is proper screening, and if there is any positive identification of people who have Ebola, then immediately they are isolated, they are treated so that we avoid any spread.
So that is how William Samoei answered that a question during the interview in Wajir County State House. But when you're president, you have all the guards, everything to reject this issue. Mbona usireject hata kama Uhuru ndiye alisign? And you knew it. You are the deputy president by that time. Hey, wewe ndio ulikuwa deputy president because it was signed in 2019. Mbona hukuongea? So you know everything, Mr. President. Stop hiding, playing around the bush. Unajua hii maneno. Mbona usireject? Because this is a dangerous disease. Even if it is all about supporting or assisting another country, but we need to look at things that we can assist. Because if US, a developed country, have been defeated to handle this matter, to build a quarantine center in their own country, how are we going to handle it, Mr. President? That is a question. Because wale wameshindwa, and they have everything. They have those experts. Mbona hao expert wasifanye kazi huko? Mbona unakuja kufanya kazi hapa Kenya? Why? Hii maneno ya Uhuru mara nini? Hii kitu ni kuharibia Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta jina. It is all about painting bad picture under Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta does not support the government. Ingekuwa ati Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta na support the broad-based government, ama tuseme tu serikali ya William Samoei Ruto, kwambia hawangeita jina ya Ruto, jina ya Uhuru. Tumesikia venye Oscar Sudi anaongea. that Uhuru Kenyatta that have been sponsoring Linda Mwananchi is the person that signed this Ebola deal some years back by US government. So we don't need to accuse William Samoei Ruto. We don't need to be angry with William Samoei Ruto. But we need to be angry with him because he's the president of Kenya. We elected him to protect us. We elected him to serve our interest. Yes. Sio kitu ingine. Ule alisign na katoka kwa power. Tukaambia it was all about 2.2 billion. Why don't you send back the money, Mr. President? If you really love Kenyans who make you whom you are today. Because you can't know this is the life this is the body that I have. I don't have some spare body. I don't have another body. If that disease will affect my body, I will be gone forever. I don't have another spare that we can say that wacha watibu hii nikibaki na hii. I don't have that one. So let us stop this issue of gambling with our lives, Mr. President. Tuache hiyo upuzi. Thank you so much, and may God bless you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking your time to listen to our analysis concerning to how things are still boiling nicely and getting more terrible within Ebola that Ruto have officially allowed to operate in the Republic of Kenya after a successful US deal. Because if it is true that Uhuru Kenyatta signed it some years back, why is it that Ruto was also paid 1.7 billion? Because wanasema that Uhuru alipewa 2.2 billion to agree that hao watu watakuja hapa Kenya. So they knew it that in 2026 Ebola itakuja na watu wataletwa Kenya. Kuna ukarabati hapa yenye mimi sielewi. So they knew that Ebola itakuja US. Na mbona hawakujipanga mapema in 2026? Well, anyway, let us wait and see how this thing is going to work here in Kenya. But what I know is that hii kitu inaenda kubenefit serikali ya Bwana William Samoei Ruto. See you in the next video, my great viewers. Bye bye.